Aaron, what does it mean to you to be at your first Yankees World Series?
It's an incredible feeling, just everything leading up to it. Having two historic franchises like this, going at it again, it's, what a better stage, what a better show is it going to be.
What does it tell you about your ball club that you survived during that regular season and the early part of the postseason, that you guys are here?
I think that's what has brought this team so close, and I think a lot of guys have talked about all year. This team's like a family. I think going through a lot of adversity in the regular season, the ups and downs, the losing streaks, the tough times, the good moments we're kind of rolling. It just all helps us get together and kind of build that unity, to kind of push through anything, and then we watched, what happened in that, especially the last series against Cleveland, where we had a tough loss there, where we come back, we fight back, ends on a walk-off homer for Cleveland. I think all it does is just bring us closer, and you get punched like that, being able to throw some punches back.
Aaron, this will be the 12th meeting in the World Series between the Yankees and Dodgers. Just how important is that to know that you're a part of that?
It's pretty cool. I think they just had some highlights on in the clubhouse of kind of all the past meetings and how they've gone. It's you see the list of players that were in these matchups, back and forth, and it's something special. I think the last thing I saw walking out here was Reggie's 3-homer game, which is pretty special. Mr. October, but just getting a chance to be a part of this. It's going to be fun, but we got work to do.
Aaron, how much extra pressure do you put on yourself in a series like this?
Everybody.
Doesn't matter.
You just try to treat it like any other series, any other game. Especially a team like this. Every time we play at Dodger Stadium, it's loud. Every time they come to play us at Yankee Stadium, it's going to be loud. It's going to be packed. So I think just trying to treat it just like that. Like, hey, it's another series. Go out there and just take care of business.
Hey, Judgy, have you talked to Soto at all about what his future is?
I have not. We got bigger things ahead of us right now with trying to take care of this World Series. I know when the time comes, when this is all over, he'll make the right decision for himself.
Well, you went through it. People talk to you, right? It's a strange circumstance, isn't it?
It's strange, but I think what helped me was my teammates kind of left me alone. They knew I'd make the right choice. You got a long off season to kind of make that decision with your family and friends. So I think he understands what we got ahead of us, and in this tough series with the Dodgers, and we'll focus on that, and then we'll have a couple sit downs, I think, maybe in the off season.
The impact he's had on the team has been phenomenal, hasn't it?
Incredible. Just even going back to when we got him in spring training, just the presence he brought to this club, the experience of being in big games, big moments, winning a World Series with the Nationals. I think that's helped get us to this point where we're at now.
What is it like to share the stage with Shohei Ohtani?
You got the best player in the game. It's always going to be a fun matchup. We've seen what he's done all year. The 50-50 club, which has never been done, which is just absolutely unheard of. Guys, I can sit here and talk about him all day, the things he can do on a baseball field. It's something special, and he wasn't even pitching this year. So just looking forward to seeing what he does, and it's going to be a fun matchup. Are
you also looking forward to the matchup, kind of seeing what you do as well?
Oh, of course. I think that's that's a given. That's a given. But it's two great ball clubs. Like I said, we could talk about Shohei, talk about me, but you look up and down their lineup. They got 3 MVPs to lead off their lineup. The guys we got in our lineup, Stanton, Juan. What Glaber's done for us at the top of the lineup. It's just been impressive, and looking forward to this kind of back and forth matchup.
A lot of the statistics are very similar between the Yankees and Dodgers offenses: chase rate, home runs, slugging especially. What's the challenge of facing a lineup like that with plate discipline and power?
I think the challenge is trying to just be convicted to every pitch. You're not really sure what the opposition's going to do, and that they're lethal when they do swing. So you gotta give every pitch a chance. By fully committing to it, and so be it. If the ball gets hit, hopefully you take those situations and you learn from them, just like you do when you have success.
The Dodgers are similar to you guys in that they have a row of superstars in their lineup. You guys have Judge, Soto, Stanton. They have Ohtani and Betts and Freeman. Just being a pitcher, do you have to prepare yourself differently mentally before you face that that lane?
I mean, ideally, no. Ideally, you're prepping for every game the same way. You obviously know of the talent and know of the the prowess of the other team and how they can swing the bat with high efficacy. I think that they are going to get their hits at some point this series. They are good players, and they obviously have played really well to this point. So I think similar to the first question, like, you just try to control what you can control in that situation. That's preparing like you normally do, and throwing as many convicted pitches as you can.
Of course, you're on a team that's full of superstars and MVPs, but how do you guys keep each other grounded on and off the field, especially entering a stage like the World Series?
That's a great question. I think, I think it comes down to the way that we prepare to do, kind of the mundane things. I think our leaders set a great example in going about their business every day and taking a professional and focused approach. Ideally, that permeates throughout the rest of the group, and there's opportunities for everybody on this team to be a leader at any different time. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and if you're taking those reps at a championship level, preparing yourself for trying to have championship execution while you're on the field, I think that's really what keeps you grounded, because the lights aren't on you, the TVs aren't on you, there's no glory while you're grinding in the cage. But if you go about your business the same way, it just kind of builds a connectivity between the two.
Boone said he thinks this team has been like a family. What do you think it is about this team's culture that has been special?
I think our communication is high. I think, we're really honest with each other about our emotions and about our feelings. I think that we are, really connected in the way that we play. We try to learn from our mistakes and just have open conversations about those things. And I think, when you have that type of closeness with your teammates, that's the kind of stuff that fosters relationships, that translate both to playing well and also having friends or family for a long time.
What does it mean for you to play in your first World Series for your hometown team?
It's amazing. It's what we've all worked for so much the whole season, dating back to last year, and it being my second year. Just have an opportunity like this to go out and make history and play for the Yankees and bring another one home. It's been too long. It means a lot.
There's a famous picture out there about you at the 2009 World Series, during the parade. What would it mean to bring that second one here and be in the picture on a float?
The world. It's why you play for the Yankees. What it means to be a Yankee is to be on floats and to be winning World Series. So I think everyone realizes what's at stake and want to do something special and historic. So
what does that mean to play in your first World Series with the Yankees?
It means everything.
The Dodgers.
It means everything. I'm playing against my grandma's favorite team. You know what I mean? Like, she wished I was playing for the Dodgers, but hey, it all works out. She gets to see her favorite team in the World Series too.
No, man. But I don't know if you've seen the replays of the prior matchups between the Dodgers and the Yankees, but what does it feel like to know that you're part of that now? Making your own history.
It feels great. Like I said, I think this World Series means more to my grandma than anybody else, especially like I always used to tell her before she dies, this is me as a kid, but before you go, make sure you see me get a World Series and a Hall of Fame ring. That's what I always used to tell her. So to even see me playing against the Dodgers in the World Series and going to get this ring right now, I know she can't. I know she's going to be out here crying every day.
Who was her favorite player?
Growing up, Jackie Robinson was her favorite player, so that's why she's a big Dodgers fan. She does not want to get off the Dodgers. Mookie's one of her favorite players. She loves the Yankee players. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But Mookie is literally her heart and soul.
Well, he's one of them. You are her favorite.
No, Mookie's her favorite. Mookie's her favorite player. I'll tell you that.
All right.
You were 21 when you first made it to the big leagues. Dave Roberts was your first manager. What were your early memories that you have of Dave here?
Yeah, I thought Dave was great, man. I thought he was, he's one of those guys. He's like a people pleaser, as in, whenever you're around him, he's very, just good vibes. Kind of, you can hold a conversation with everybody. So I really liked him. I liked his family a lot too. And I just think that I didn't get enough time with him as my manager, right? But it was fun, man. He was a lot of fun over here, and expecting to kind of that little friendly kind of competition, as in, hey man, like let's go get this, right? You're trying to get your best against us, and let's go.
Do you see having a couple different managers now in the big leagues, why he's been so successful outside of the X's and O's in game, just like that personality that he can connect with a lot of people?
Yeah, I think he's obviously he's a player too, so he gets it, right? He understands what it takes to win some games, and the little aspects of it, like how a stolen base might be super meaningful, or a box ground ball could kill you, could cost you. And so for us, I'm just excited for this, man. I really am. I mean, we've had a couple managers, and a couple. Like, I liked all my managers, but you do see little things here and there that kind of set guys apart a little bit.
I think there's going to be 8 Hall of Famers in this World Series. That's a lot. Could you see yourself in 20 years telling people I played in that World Series with those guys?
Yeah. I mean, I already say it about 8 years ago.
You did.
So this is what you play for, and to be on this stage, to be on any stage of the World Series, to win a World Series is something in itself, and that can't be taken away from anyone. To be on the stage with the Yankees playing the Dodgers is just another level, and this can and should be shaped out to be one of the best of all time. So obviously we got to all press play and let it play out, but definitely going to enjoy it.